utensils down. Then you want to look for somewhere out of the way, somewhere dry. And that's kind of hard to do. So a lot of people do foliage, and do heavy bushes and stuff, and sometimes the trees make for good cover when it's raining and stuff, but not the one thing about a tree is once the tree gets soaked, when it stops raining, it's still raining. So then a bridge, and then the only thing bad about the bridge, okay, the bridge is good, but the downside to a bridge is you have to share that bridge with other people looking or needing a place to sleep, and so a doorway, I wouldn't advise a doorway. I mean, a doorway is small, but it asks for no wind blockage if you there happen to be a cold night, a really cold night, like it's snowing or it's wet, it's windy and it's raining and it's coming down. So I'd recommend like maybe an abandoned home. You can if you could find you an abandoned building, abandoned home, somewhere out of the way, the police, hopefully there's not an alarm on it, and so now once you're in this place, it's getting in and getting out. You got to do this, you do this like you've been there, like you belong there. So usually you come in late at night, and it's good to have a job too. If you have a job, if you happen to have a job, and you can afford, so your showers will come via the weekend, or the weekends. You work during the week, and you can rent you a motel, because motels are really expensive. But so now, getting in, you come in late, and a job helps because it allows you to come in, and all you're there to do is sleep. That's it. And then if you're saving your money to get out of the predicament you're in, to get off your feet, okay, that's what you're doing, and because you won't be there long. If you make it as uncomfortable as you can take it, then you're going to work to get out of that uncomfortability to make it comfortable. So you got your cup, you got your lighter, you got your clothing, and then you got your what would they call it? I called it
shelter.
Yeah, the shelter. But on the street we called it, what did I call it? Squats. You got your squat. And mine, I had the coolest. I was in back of a building, and the building, a bridge ran right behind the building, so I had a roof and a wall, so it could get as windy as it wanted, and I'd never know unless I had to get up and I was on my way to work, or I had to I wanted to go get me a six-pack, and I'd been sleeping all day, and I woke up and just went out there to and then
I think that it wasn't really so much of a selfish
do
thing.
not, if you pack it in, you better pack it out. You do not want trash to build up in your squat. You do not want the trash to build up, because if it does, you're gonna get vermin. So you pack it in, you pack it out. And if you have company, you gotta have strict rules. You would appreciate it if they not bring guests back. You brought them as a guest, so don't bring guests back, because it's real easy to lose squats, because if they get you get into an argument, there's a disagreement, and then all of a sudden there's a shouting match, the police show up. This is a squat that the police never knew about, but now guess what? Here is somebody, and then we're going to use that harsh word again, camping. That's what they are going to call it, even though we know that You do not want to be there. You're trying to make it, remember, you're trying to make it as uncomfortable as you can take it. But to them, it's going to look like camping because that's the only word they could come up with. We're going to sugar